This falls into the category of getting ahead of the news cycle. There is a police officer in Cincinnati. He's a University of Cincinnati cop. And a couple of days ago, back on July 19th, his name is Ray Tenzing, T-E-N-S-I-N-G. He stopped a black driver. He's a white cop. He stopped a black driver by the name of Samuel Dubose for a routine traffic stop. Mr. Dubose, by the way, is 43 years old, the father of 10. This from the article by Richard Perez Pena in today's New York Times, breaking news. Mr. Dubose was just south of the university campus. He was driving a green 1998 Honda Accord without a front license plate. Officer Dubose began following him, according to the chief of the university police, Jason Goodrich. Moments later, the officer pulled him over to a side street a few blocks from campus, which raises the question, what's a campus cop doing pulling somebody over off campus? But maybe there is some jurisdictional permission that I'm missing here. The chief of police says that when Officer Tenzing asked for a driver's license, Mr. Dubose handed him a bottle of alcohol instead. But Mr. Goodrich gave no more insight into the confrontation that followed, in which the officer fired one shot that struck Mr. Dubose in the head. Another cop showed up, a fellow by the name of Eric Weibel, and he wrote up the report on this thing. And he said that Officer Tenzing told him he was being dragged by the vehicle and had to fire his weapon, and that Officer Tenzing said he was almost run over. A third officer, he wrote, had actually seen Officer Tenzing being dragged by the vehicle. Officer Weibel wrote, looking at Officer Tenzing's uniform, I could see that the back of his pants and shirt looked as if he had been dragged over a rough surface. Yeah, it turns out that probably all of this is not true. We don't know for sure. What we do know is that Officer Tenzing basically blew the front of Mr. Dubose's face off with his service revolver, and that that he was wearing a body camera, and the video of it is so disturbing that, and we reported on this yesterday, we talked about this yesterday, that the city of Cincinnati was preparing for riots in anticipation of the video being released of, basically net. And in fact, apparently the prosecutor's playing that video right now. I'm seeing it as we speak. It's very interesting. But the police chief said yesterday it was a very disturbing video. Wow. Another black man killed for driving while black by a white police officer. When do we start calling these white cops terrorists? I mean, the African-American community in this country has known for hundreds of years that that many of the white police are functionally terrorists for the black community. And once again, if it wasn't caught on video, we would be taking the word of Officer Weibel and the other officer who said that he saw Officer Tenzing being dragged by this car. Now, the video that I'm looking at right now, I don't see any dragging. I don't see anything like that. I'm seeing a cop interacting with Mr. Dubose, and we have not yet gotten to the shooting. But the prosecutor is playing this, and now it goes all fuzzy and blurry, and I'm not sure why. Oh, maybe the guy is trying to drive away? I don't know. They just cut the video. So apparently that was the point at which he killed him. But in any case, they have indicted this officer for murder. About time. Now, here's the problem. Is he going to be indicted for murder and stand trial with the same prosecutor and the same grand jury that the that depends on the local police officers for their ability to function? Because in most parts of the United States, with the exception by and large of Wisconsin, and that was a citizens' initiative, that was not something Scott Walker was in favor of. In most parts of the United States, it's cops supervising cops. I mean, functionally. This is terrible stuff. Chris in Cincinnati. Hey, Chris, you live there. You're listening on Sirius XM. What's going on? What do you think?
Well, down here, everybody's really concerned because remember what happened with Tim Thomas and in the early 2000s. I mean, they rioted for weeks here. And when I was listening to the presser, and I was trying to listen to your program and listen to the presser at the same time, and I was astounded to hear Joe Dieters say that it was one of the most asinine things he's ever seen a cop do. It was I couldn't believe his words. I mean, that's not in character for him, and I couldn't. It was amazing.
Yeah,
he held on to that video forever. Yet when his son was attacked, he had that video out there before the evening news. I mean, it was everywhere.
Right.
I don't know if you know about that. His son got attacked downtown.
I'm unfamiliar with the situation. So and the he that you're talking about is the police chief?
It's the prosecutor. The prosecutor.
Oh, and his son was attacked on video back in 2000?
No. So Tim Thomas was there. A cop killed an armed black guy downtown in 2000, and they burned it down. They burned the city. They tried to burn the city down.
Oh, I see.
And
yeah. So I think they knew that if they released this video without indicting this officer for murder, that there would be problems in Cincinnati. And so they indict the officer, and then they release the video. And this is going to be the new normal. Chris, thank you for the call. We live in an era where technology is disrupting the old order. In our political order, the internet is disrupting the old order. And you're seeing that with, Bernie Sanders' candidacy. In policing, everybody having a camera is disrupting the old order.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 202-536-2370.
Which isn't just bystander videos. Now, it's dash cams, Sandra Bland, and body cams in the case of Mr. Dubose.